Welcome back to day 4 of 786.1 Radio RUA, me and Mola's super fantastic Maha Ramadan radio show, where we're delving into RUAing Dua Iftitah.
RUA RUA, RUA RUA, read, understand, act.
And we've looked at the first stanza of Dua Iftitah. Last night, as we recited Dua Iftitah, I realized that Mawla Mahdi Jan is reminding us about how super sure we are about the effect of obeying and disobeying Allah. We have yaqeen for both.
Absolutely! The last verse in the stanza reminds us that He has the ultimate power to do as He pleases.
Those verses have made me really think about the best way to live life. It also made me really think about my relationship with Allah. I want to live my life obeying Allah all the time, no disobey.
That's the Rasulullah way. We all want to live like him.
Absolutely! Who do you want to be like?
Who do I want to be like? Who do I want to be like? He is the best way to be. He is on haqq. He is on haqq. He's with the truth. He's with the truth. Ya Rasulallah, we love you. Ya Habib Allah, we love you. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. Who do I want to be like? Who do I want to be like? A very great personality. He is a Sadiq. He is a Sadiq, the truthful one, the truthful one. Ya Rasulallah, we love you. Ya Habib Allah, we love you. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. There's something special I want to say. He's Al-Amin. He's Al-Amin, the trustworthy, the trustworthy. Ya Rasulallah, we love you. Ya Habib Allah, we love you. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. Who do I want to be like? Who do I want to be like? I want to follow in his footsteps. He is Rauf. He is Rauf. He is so kind. He is so kind. Ya Rasulallah, we love you. Ya Habib Allah, we love you. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen. I will always be Sadiq and Amin. Kunu ma'a Sadiqeen.
The next stanza in the dua is a heartful explosion, telling Allah from the depth of our heart how He has allowed us to talk to Him in dua.
اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي وأقل يا غفور عثرتي.
O Allah, you have given me permission to be able to make dua to you and ask for my needs. So listen to me, O hearer of my praise, and answer my call. O super kind one, and reduce my mistakes and slips. O the most forgiving one.
It's such a beautiful wave of praising Allah and then pleading to Him. Praising and pleading.
This reminds me so much of the ayah from the Holy Quran in Surah Baqarah, verse 186.
وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب.
When my servant asks about me, tell them I am close.
Allah's door is always open. If you think about it, all other doors we know close at some time or other. Let's say an art gallery or a museum door closes at closing time. A mayor or a country leader also has timings. He's not available for the public all the time.
School gates also close.
Shops and supermarkets close.
But look, we see from this stanza that Mola Mahdi Jan is reminding us to go to the always open door.
Wouldn't it be cool to have a place you can go anytime, every time?
And you do. Allah's door is always open. Open, open.
وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب.
I think I am going to make sure I am doing these things daily, praising Allah and pleading to Allah, asking forgiveness from Him like Mr. H. Baku taught us in Surah Yasin, and asking Him to help me not to mess up.
Wow, Radia, you really summed that up well.
Shall we make it into a little mnemonic?
Cool, that sounds like fun. P for praise, P for plea, F for ask for forgiveness, and NM for no mess ups. PPFNM. Praise, plea, forgiveness, no mess ups.
PPFNM.
I love it! We could make it into a little rhyme too. PPFNM. How about something like this?
Hey, my John, have you done the PPFNM today?
What does that mean?
I'll tell you. P is praising Allah. P is pleading from Allah. F is seeking forgiveness. And M is asking Allah to help us not to do mess-ups. Got it? P, F, and M. We ask Allah each day to help us on our way. P, F, and M. Each day, each night I ask myself this question. Did I do the PPF and M? Pleading, praising, asking for forgiveness. No more mess-ups. I'll do my very best. Each day, each night, PPF and M. We ask Allah each day to help us on our way. PPF and M.
That's totally amazing and quick. Thank you for that, Nabiha.
It's really making me wonder if I am doing this on a daily, regular basis.
Exactly what our Mola Mahdi Jan wants us to strive to do. To be in a place where we are constantly doing PPF and M.
Do you remember the story Dad used to tell us at bedtime?
Which one?
Hi guys, it's story time!
Salim had just returned from an exciting and super fun time at his friend's birthday party. He thanked and praised Allah for his wonderful friendship and celebration. His party favor bag was full of lollipops, candy, chewing gum, and chocolate logs. Thank you, Allah, my favorite. Yum, yum, yum. Salim showed all his treasure to the family, drooling all the while. He asked Mom if he could eat some of his candy. No candy and chocolates during the week, Salim said. Mum, you know the family rule. Put them in your candy storage box and you can have something on Friday. Salim placed all the treasure back into the bag and went off to his room in a huff and a puff. While Mummy was busy with the yummy lasagna she was making, Salim sat on his bed looking at all the chocolates and candies. If I eat one, just one, nobody will know. Nobody will see me anyway, thought Salim. Later that evening, when Mum tucked a very tired Salim into bed, he insisted on a story. Mum cuddled up with Salim and shared a story her grandfather told her when she was little. A long time ago, there was a man who had 5 children. One day, he called them all and gave them a task to do. I will give you each an apple to eat. I want you to eat it in a place where no one can see you. Off went the children. Ahmed, the youngest of all, who loved apples, began a desperate search for a place no one could see. Ahmed went to a tiny cave nearby to where he lived. He sat down and was about to begin eating his apple when he saw a row of ants walking by. I can't eat the apple here, thought Ahmed. I'll just have to find another place. So off Ahmed went, far out into the field. He was alone. He thought, okay, here nobody can see me. He was about to take a big crunchy bite when he noticed the birds overhead. Oh no, I'm not alone here, said Ahmed out aloud. Ahmed searched and searched for the perfect place. He tried everywhere, but there was always a pair of eyes looking at him. After a lot of thinking and searching, Ahmed rushed home excited. He had finally thought of the perfect place to eat the juicy red apple. No birds, no insects, no mosquitoes, nothing. In his cupboard, where there were no people, animals, or insects, Ahmed sat. He was finally about to take his first bite when he remembered something his dad told him a long time ago. He returned back to his father with the apple still in hand. His other brothers and sisters had all eaten their apple. I can't find a place where no one can see me, said Ahmed. Ahmed explained his travels to the cave, to the field, and finally to his wardrobe. But then he remembered how Allah can see everything all the time. So even if no animal or person or insect could see me, Allah can see it all. Bravo, Ahmed! You are absolutely right. You will never be able to find a place where nobody can see you. Allah is everywhere and can see everything. Allah is with you wherever you go. You may not see Him, but He sees you, said Father. Salim's mum hugged and kissed Salim before she left. Salim thought about Mum's story and realized he had done something earlier that was not so good. He ate candy when he wasn't supposed to. Salim asked Allah humbly from his heart for forgiveness and then went to sleep. The next morning, Salim gave away all his candy, chocolates and sweets to the orphan children in the village. His mum had always told him that a good deed wipes away sins from a not so good deed. He hoped by giving the candy away, Allah would forgive him for eating them behind his mummy's back. Later, Salim confessed to Mum about what he did and asked her to forgive him for disobeying her. Mum hugged and kissed Salim dearly and said, "It takes a lot of courage to be honest and admit your mistakes. From that day onwards, Salim always praised Allah for being with him, pleaded to him to help him not to make any mess-ups, and begged for forgiveness.
I love that story. Thank you.
It really puts the PPFNM into perspective. Salim began praising Allah for his blessings at the beginning. He pleaded asking for forgiveness at night upon recounting his actions and tried to fix the mess up, not wanting to make any more of them too. I think today's question should simply be
2T, think and thank, twist.
Did you PPFNM today?
That's really cool. High five, Radia. You know the part where he tries to erase the misdeed with the good deed? Reminds me of this ayah from the Holy Quran.
إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات.
Certainly, good deeds do away with misdeeds.
I think that's Surah Hud, Ayah 114.
Salim is transformed into joy. Joy at being true to who he is. Alive, happy, reminds me so much of dolphins.
I feel like Radia's got wise words from the animal kingdom coming right up.
You betcha.
Wise words from the animal kingdom.
It's so much fun to be at one with Allah, constantly praising Him and pleading to Him. Dolphins are so alive like that. They splash around with so much joy. It's wise and wonderful. We find this joy when we are with Allah, completely like dolphins. They show us how to be more aware of who we really are. We increase our awareness and dive and splash out joy.
I never saw it like that before. That's beautiful, Radia. Thank you for that.
All this talk reminds me of those glass, matchstick and balloon science experiments we did before Mahi Ramadan began.
Oh yes, we looked at the different kinds of prayer through science experiments. Listeners, with parental guidance, you can try these at home.
The first one was praising Allah. We blew up a balloon and tied a knot. Then we lit a matchstick and placed it in a glass. Then we covered the glass rim with the balloon. After a bit, the balloon kind of dips into the glass. If the glass represents our life and the balloon represents Allah, the flame represents our praising Him.
Continuous praise.
Continuous praise indeed.
Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah.
What happens is the glass gets completely attached to the balloon, and you can lift the glass up with the balloon not touching the glass. This shows how connected we get to Allah by praising and praying to Him.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah.
Try it out at home with your mums and dads, dear listeners. That's the P's in the PPFNM. F stands for forgiveness. If we take a little water and pour it into a plate, then place a little tea light in the center, and then cover the lit tea light with a glass, you'll slowly find that all the water gets absorbed into the glass. If the flame represents our asking Allah for forgiveness and the water represents the deed, the glass represents our life and how our sin gets absorbed by talking to Allah and asking Him to forgive us.
I remember that experiment. You added a drop of food color to the water.
I did indeed.
We need an experiment for NM, no mess-ups. How about we challenge our listeners out there? Can you come up with an experiment that displays our asking Allah to help us not slip or mess up in life?
A brilliant idea.
So come on, listeners out there, put on your white scientist coats and goggles and have a go.
Tag us on Instagram and we will conduct and learn from your experiment. You'll be helping us all understand Dua Iftitah better. Today's tongue twister can just carry on the theme for today. PPFNM, PPFNM, praise, plea, forgiveness, no mess up. Say it fast, 3 times.
PPFNM, PPFNM, praise, please, forgive, no mess up. PPFNM, PPFNM, praise, please, forgive, no mess up.
Try out today's tongue twister, everyone. I've got just the ayah to share with our listeners today on GPS Jannah.
GPS Jannah.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات يهديهم ربهم بإيمانهم تجري من تحتهم الأنهار في جنات النعيم.
Certainly, those who believe and do good deeds will be guided by God because of their faith. The rivers will flow from underneath them in the gardens of delight.
دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Their prayer therein will be glory be to you, and their greeting will be salam, and the last of their call will be all praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds.
Wow, the praise of Allah is forever.
That's amazing.
Allah's gonna greet the people in Jannah with His salam. Aren't we blessed to be guided by our awaited Mola Mahdi Jan to strive to reach Allah's pleasure?
The Salam in Surah Qadr tells us what a peaceful place it is with Allah.
Absolutely. The Holy Quran is Allah's words to us. Being there by listening to His words takes you to Salam. But
You gotta RUA it.
RUA. RUA. Read, understand, act.
let's move to our meditation minute for today and meditate on this greeting.
Sounds like a plan.
The Meditation Minute.
Close your eyes, be very still, and imagine you're sitting with all the wonderful people in heaven. There are beautiful glowing faces and lots of smiles. Lovely weather, not too cold, not too hot. The breeze and the sounds are so perfect. No headaches, no ouches, just wonderful peace. You head to one of the flowing rivers. You can see yourself in the reflection, full of happiness. Your smile is a smile of contentment. You are full of joy. Everything is perfect. Everything is right. You haven't got a worry in the world. In the beautiful sounds around you, both nearby and distant, you hear salam, peace, salam, peace. You see yourself running and jumping, happy and playing. You see yourself surrounded by your wonderful friends and family. Complete happiness. Your life as you chose it is wonderful. Salam, peace. You constantly hear this outside of you and inside of you. Salam, peace. Salam, peace. Sit here for a few moments and spend some time praising Allah for this goodness. Repeat. Alhamdulillah. 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 When you're ready, wiggle and wriggle your fingers. Have a big stretch and open your eyes and say Alhamdulillah.
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 Keep going, everyone. Continuous is the theme in Dua Iftitah. That's all we've got time for, everyone, today on Radio RUA. See you here tomorrow.